everybody, come on in and spend a little time in the kitchen with me. Tonight we're getting ready to make some dinner, and I am getting ready to make some cornbread. So I have got potatoes out of the garden. They're in the microwave because I had to quick get them done, and then I'm going to mix them with the green beans that I brought back from my brother's house. I've been cooking them all day today. So we're going to have green beans and potatoes and some hot, fresh, buttered up cornbread. And I don't know if we're going to have anything else or not, but we're going to start with that. All right, so I got me some bacon grease and I poured it in my iron skillet here. And I'm going to set this down in the oven while it's preheating. I'm just going to go ahead and get that thing hot. And in the meantime, I'm going to bring my thing over here and put one egg in here. I'm only going to make a half a batch of cornbread because it's just Tony and I eating tonight. Alright, so it says slightly beat the egg, so I slightly beat it a little bit. And then I'm going to put in about 2/3 cup of milk. Beat that around a little bit. And then I use Washington brand. It's stone ground white cornmeal, self-rising cornmeal. I like the white and I like Washington. It's hard to find around here now, but my friends Jerry and Kathy brought me several bags a while back, and I'm still working off of them bags. So I'm going to put about a cup of this in here. Like I said, I'm only making a half a batch. Ooh, I guess that's about a cup. And then you're just going to stir this until it's smooth. And then we are going to pour it into our cast iron skillet that is hot in the oven with our bacon grease in there. And the bacon grease, you don't have to use bacon grease, it just gives it a little bit extra flavor. Alright, let me check these potatoes. I think they're done. Let me grab these potatoes out. Alright, when I have to get potatoes done in a hurry, now these are just little ones out of the garden. So I'm using up some little ones. These were just the itty bitty ones out of the garden. So I got them all in here and they're done. So I'm going to drain this water off of them, and then I'm going to add them to my green beans that I've been cooking all day. Alright, I got my Pampered Chef crock pot here. Now I cooked these on the stove for about maybe 30-45 minutes, maybe an hour. I'm not sure how long I cooked them on the stove this morning. Then I put them in here, and I've been just letting them cook all day in the crock pot because I like my beans real done, real tender. So these are the beans that I brought back that my brother grew. So there they are, and they got plenty of juice water down in them. So I quick made some of them potatoes out of the garden. I'm going to add them down in there. And just let these, stir them in and soak up. I got bacon grease and spices down in here with my beans. Let me show y'all. And then I'm going to let these continue to cook while I'm going to make my cornbread. So that's going to be our main meal tonight. I love just cornbread, potatoes, and green beans like that. That's going to be good. So let me put the lid back on this, and I'm going to take and set this back down in the crock and let this just keep on cooking till we're ready to eat. Alright, our oven is still preheating. It's up to 406. I want to get it up to 450. But I'm going to go ahead while it's preheating. I'm going to pull out my hot iron skillet, and I got bacon grease in the bottom of it here. So I'm going to pull that out. And I'm going to go ahead and put this cornbread mix in. And you'll hear it already start to sizzle as you pour it in there. It's going to go ahead and start cooking them edges. And Get them edges nice and crispy. It's at about 408 right now. I'm gonna go ahead and stick it in there and let it start cooking. Now it won't take long since it's gonna be thin because it's only half the batch, so it's not gonna be real thick. It's gonna be thin, but it's gonna cook probably twice as fast. All right, I decided to do a few cucumbers too. We got cucumbers out of the garden, so tonight it's going to be a garden meal with some cornbread. And that's wonderful with me. We call this a vegetable dinner. I didn't make any kind of meat. All right, let's get this out here and just gonna slice these cucumbers up. We're gonna have slices of tomatoes, cucumbers. We even have green onions out there. We didn't grab any of them, but they're out there. All right, I always like to bite the end off. Good and crunchy. All right, just took the cornbread out. I don't even think it took about 7 minutes because it's thin. We'll go ahead and pop it right on out on this plate, y'all. Ooh, there we go. Nice, hot cornbread, and I'm going to get me a slice with some butter on it. Get me some green beans and potatoes. All right, I got me some potatoes and green beans out. Got me a slice of this cornbread here. Get me some butter. Now, I gotta have a lot of butter on my cornbread, y'all. I like to butter the top, butter the sides, butter every bite as it goes in. It's the best thing about cornbread is use it to get a lot of butter. All right, I'm about to eat this little bit.